That's been one of my close friends since I can remember. So since it happened, like, I've been praying for him every second of the day, and he's been coming across my mind like all day. I can't get him off my mind. I'm just worrying about him, hoping that he keeps progressing in the right way, and everything comes back with good news. But we've been on a bunch of recruiting trips together. I know his family well, his mom and his dad, his little brother. So I've been around him, my whole life. Working out together, just hanging out together. So me and him is very close. And yeah, I'm not sure when we first became friends, but I know we're locked in forever, and that's my boy forever. And I'm behind him, and I'm praying for him, like I said. And I want nothing but the best for him and his family.
Yes. Could you talk a little bit about the person he is?
Yeah, he's a very, very, very caring person. He loves to give back to the community. He loves his family, he loves his friends, and you can tell by the stuff he posts, the people who know him, the type of person he is. He's just a stand-up guy. He's everything a kid should want to be. He's a role model. He's everything you could think of. Me and him always do a camp every year, and a couple other guys, we do a football camp in Pittsburgh, and just being with him, working with him, doing stuff like that is just a true blessing, and it's a blessing to be able to call him a friend. I call him a brother. Actually, it's not my friend, it's my brother. So like I said, I just hope for the best for him, and I'm gonna keep praying. And like I said, after our game this week, I'll try my best to get up there and show my support for him.
That was really tough to see, honestly. All my years of just playing football, practice, I've never seen a situation like that. And I was like watching it in shock, genuinely. And my first thought was just to start praying for him. Like, I'm a big believer in prayer, and God heals and changes situations. And knowing that there was millions of people around the world who were doing the same, that gave me some sort of comfort. But you never want to see a situation like that happen in this game, and you honestly don't even think that's possible. You've seen a lot of guys get carted off, even ambulances and broken bones, but when you hear CPR, that brings a different dimension to the situation. And so my first instinct was just, I got emotional, but I just started praying for him, because I can only imagine what that situation is like for him and his family, his mom, his loved ones, his teammates. And I think as athletes, we know the risk that we take putting the helmet on, but you just never think it's going to come to that, where it's life or death. And it definitely puts things in perspective for us.
Just one, you hate to see somebody going through that, just praying for them, praying for him to pull through, and then just thinking about his teammates, thinking about the guys on the sideline, thinking about his family and things like that. It's something that, when we suit up, we know we can risk injury, but we're never thinking life and death. And that's definitely tough to see. You could see the NFL community kind of come together and just pull for him, and definitely I just stopped, and me and my girlfriend just started praying for him right then and there, and just praying that God would heal him, God would look over him, give his family peace, his teammates, get him some rest and peace, and just praying God's healing hands over him. We all know that there's a risk being out there, just in terms of you put your body on the line every week, but definitely, I think in life, once you put in perspective life versus death, I think, just us as a humanity, you start to think a little differently. And, we all love the game of football, but it's never worth anyone's life.
Hey, Cam, this past Monday, you saw Damar go down. What was your feeling in watching that, if you saw that? What was your emotions at that time?
It was crazy to see, never really just seen somebody just fall out like that on the football field. So, it was like a crazy thing that happened, you know what I'm saying? And just prayers to him and his family for real.
And you pretty much seen football hits and football, everybody's talking about how dangerous it is and everything, but that was looking like just a normal play and everything, and for that to happen, it could happen all the time.
Like you said, it was like a normal play. It wasn't nothing crazy about the play, the tackle was normal. But, I feel like all of us, like me, I've been playing football since I was 6, so I've been knew it's a real violent game since then, you know what I'm saying? Anything happened on the field, you feel me? So it's just, like I said, it was a freak thing to happen, but, it's football, it's a violent game, you know what I'm saying? I hope he come and shake back, to the person he was, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, just pray for him and his family.
That's it. with you seeing something like that, does it make you change your mentality or what you're thinking?
Nah, I think you can't let it change your mentality. Cause like I said, like it was like a normal hit. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't nothing like crazy about the play, but like you can't. I feel like you can't let it change your mindset. Cause like I said, we all know it's a violent game. Anything happen, like I ain't go out there and break my neck. You know what I'm saying? Be paralyzed forever. So like, even though like that happened, you just can't let it change your mindset. You can't let it slow you down. Cause you know it's a game. It's a violent. We all grown men running 20 miles per hour at each other, you know what I'm saying? So anything can happen.
To see that the community has really rallied behind him and praying for him and, hoping that he pulls back from this. I mean, from the football players to every part of the community.
All right. Nah, I'm happy to see that, just as a whole football community, you know what I'm saying? We all came together for that, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that's a good thing to see, you know what I'm saying? Like, we go at it when we playing each other, but, like, when something like that happens, like something bigger than football, like, we all can, put football to the side and come together as one.
Damar, could you talk a little bit about if you saw that and your feelings at that moment?
I didn't see it live. My dad had actually called me and was like, "Did you see the play?" And I got on Twitter and I saw it, and it was just like, that's something so routine that we do all the time, where it's like you don't think about stuff like that. But as reality for all of us, it's like we play a gladiator sport where we do put our bodies and our life on the line. I think from the outside looking in, people don't realize that because it's entertainment. But I mean, the reality of the situation is that's what it is for us, man. And we understand that as players, and that's kind of the sacrifice that we make. So it just kind of brought everything into perspective, and it was very humbling and very unfortunate, honestly, just because I made that tackle 1,000 times. I've never thought that something like that would happen, but in the back of your mind, it's there. So it's just, it hurt to see, a brother go down like that, doing something that he loved so young and doing something so routine that we taught to do since we were 5. So yeah, it was tough. It was tough. It definitely shook. I think it obviously shook everybody up, but it definitely shook me up for sure. Yeah, it's traumatizing. I mean, what they saw, a lot of people don't see on an everyday basis. Man, dude was fighting for his life. He momentarily died on the field. So like, that's tough for anybody to see. Seeing something like that close up. I mean, I can't even imagine what they were going through, man. My hearts go out to them because I know it's hard.
And just the outpouring of the community as far as praying, everybody is pulling for him. Have you ever seen anything like that before?
No, but it's sad that it came to that. But I mean, we need more of God. Our world right now is so divided with color and with race and color and economic background. We need God in the middle of everything, and to see everybody lean on the beginning of where it all started and who started it, right? And who started it? That's awesome, because at the end of the day, we all might consciously not recognize, but subconsciously, that's what we always need to when something goes wrong.
And I think even more so for the public to realize that beyond football, this is a human being.
Yeah, it's a man. It's a
bigger
person.
than the game.
Yeah, he wakes up and puts his clothes on just like you do, and he goes to work just like you do, and he comes home just like you do. We're no different from anybody else. We're people, at the end of the day. Sometimes I think it can get lost between the pads and the helmet and the jersey. But at the end of the day, we people. We go through real life stuff. We experience life just like everybody else does.